Pull-ups, the best measure of upper body strength and one of the most functional compound movements. Hi, my name is Eugene. I am a filmmaker and I started my fitness journey around 2 years ago. I only managed to do one push-up 1 year into it. And it took me almost 2 years to do one single pull-up. At my peak, I managed to do 5 pull-ups in one go, but now I can't even do a single one. Now, whether that's a mental thing or physical, I don't know. So I hope in 30 days, I'll manage to do not just one, but break my previous record. Let's go. And man, the first week was tough. It was the realization that I couldn't do something that I previously was able to. Physically I kept training, but mentally I was just not happy with not being able to do one pull-up anymore. I was disappointed. So what's been a real challenge so far is activating my muscle at all. Because right now I feel like I can't even get up a little bit. I can shrug, but I can't activate my lats or anything. So even with the band, I feel like I need to get a stronger band because it's just not really helping me enough. I think that's like a really low resistance band. But yeah, not doing so good. Can't even do one single pull-up without the band. Can barely do negatives. Let's keep going. My first week went by really quick. To create a more structured routine, I've decided to break down my training into one day at the gym, one day at the bars doing negatives and bands, and another day doing bodyweight stuff like back rows. Rest, repeat. As the week went by, I wanted to talk to some friends who have been through the fitness journey as well. This is Ray. He's been working out for over 5 years, competed in numerous Dragon Boat races, and ran marathons. I wanted to see what advice he can give me. Thanks for coming on to the show, Ray.
A pleasure to be here, yeah.
So can you tell me about your fitness journey?
So I started officially working out in 2012, late 2012, early 2013.
So 7 years.
About 6 to 7 years. I started gym.
Yeah.
I think after Chinese New Year, 2013.
Right. What are any like secret tips, hacks, or techniques for doing more pull-ups or starting with a pull-up?
I think it's quite a lot of resources out there, but just to highlight a few that I have on top of my mind is you gotta grip the bar as hard as possible.
Yeah.
Because grip is really important to make sure that you can generate enough force to the bar.
Right.
And another thing is like keeping your core and everything tight, as tight as possible, making sure
throughout the entire motion.
Throughout the entire motion. Okay. Squeeze your glutes, your core, hold it tight.
Yeah.
Another thing is like very standard, any type of lift, breathing is so important. Typically, I breathe out when I exert force, and breathe in when I'm relaxing.
So you breathe out when you do the pulling motion?
Yep.
Okay.
Starting off with chin-ups might help. Or if you can't do maybe like jumping pull-ups, you get the motion, you hold at the top as long as you can. It's going to be very tough at the beginning, but over time you get better, you get stronger, you get the hold, you get to slowly start feeling that you're actually having that connection in the lats. Yeah. When you're doing the jump, like to show quickly, it's like you can actually just make sure it's above the bar.
Yeah.
And then come down.
Okay.
Like a lot of people tend to like, as long as they touch the nose and then they stop, or they do halfway. So really important to get the full range of motion. Make sure like you're doing like a shoulder wide. You don't want to start off too small. You don't want to start off in the beginning too wide. I mean, as a beginner, just want to keep it as easy as possible. So typically shoulder width is the best. Depending on your preference, you can start it over the bar. So that's a grip. Not sure if you can see in the camera, but I typically grip it under now because I want to get that squeeze. So really squeeze the bar. And the next tip is like really full range of motion. So you want to hang, get your feet off and make sure your arms are like full extension. And the next thing is like hold your core and everything, and then really just breathe out. Hold at the top. Go down. You can bend your legs or keep it straight, whichever is more convenient for you. I think it's about right. Yeah, can go small a bit. Yep. Try like that first. Then you can use more of your arms, right? Yep.
So how do you activate more relaxed? Because right now I feel like my arms,
I think that exercise, you would actually activate your lats itself. So what you're doing back then is like the initial pull, definitely the lats. So what you're doing, I think what's good is to hang and then...
Right, shrugs.
Yeah.
You said, I think you said pull the bar towards you, not pull up.
Yep.
Was it?
Yep, it makes a difference because you want to imagine you're pulling the whole world down and not pulling yourself up.
Okay. So let's say you're training me.
Yep.
And there's this guy that can't even do one pull. I can't even.
Then typically ideal, the best scenario is like you have someone.
Okay.
Because that's the best.
They're gonna push me up.
I mean, if you're doing this kind of challenges, find a buddy that can, learn it together.
Yeah.
But always try to find someone that is better than you.
Yeah, of course.
Then you can learn. Yeah, go. So when you're helping a friend, you shouldn't help too much. Yeah. I mean, you just keep doing. I'll just yeah. So basically, giving that push when he's when he's already doing the motion up.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, chin above bar, chin above bar.
So with the new advice, I kept going, doing more body weight stuff, more negatives, more jumping pull-ups. And came the second last week. All of a sudden, I had a business trip to attend. I had to shoot some videos and interviews in Singapore. And in Singapore, I had no gym. And I had a tight schedule as well. But luckily, near my house were some pull-up bars. I was there for 5 days, and most mornings I went to the pull-up bars. I kept going.
So, second day in Singapore, and obviously we don't have a gym. So, there's a cart here with pull-up bars, other stuff that you can work out with. So, we're just making do because I don't want to slack for 1 week here that I'm shooting for a client. And it's starting to rain. I'm gonna go back now. Bye!
And on October 28th, I got home and I wanted to try out some pull-ups. And when you know it, I managed to pump out not just one, not just two, but 3 very, very bad form pull-ups. But hey, a major improvement from the very beginning.
3 pull-ups. Not good form, but 3 pull-ups.
Yeah, so in the end, I did not reach 5 pull-ups, and my form was not perfect. But it was seeing my ability to go from 0 that really surprised me. And, sometimes you don't reach your goal and it's okay. Failing means you've tried to do something outside your comfort zone. I know it might be scary to fail and feel embarrassed around your friends. But those who really care about you will laugh with you, push, and teach you along the way.
Yeah, I get up and I may fall right back down, but your love lifts me back to solid ground. Oh, I've come too far in this to raise my flag and call it quits. So I keep on pushing through.
Hey guys, so in the end I did not manage to do 5 pull-ups, but I managed to do 3 very bad form pull-ups, and it's more about seeing the process, the progress from barely being able to do a shrug, like a pull-up, half pull-up, to doing one that's not so good form. So yeah, and it was realizing how everyone around you that cares about you, support you, will laugh with you, and it's just a great time. So next time you feel like you can't do something, tell yourself, you can.
I got that. Oh, okay, that's fine.
24?
Yeah.
Not
I'm
bad.
sad.
20 kg pull-ups? Simply a two-step program. 1, do a lot of pull-ups. 2, get a Darian to help you out.
A plus.
跳上去先，係啊，碌腳上去，
咁啊？
係啦，翻轉咪得咯。
啊！
慢慢呢個手要有力啊，要手勾，係啊，勾住，咁咪得咯。
但係你做嗰個腰好似好鬆咩？
你可以自己上嚟嘛，你個腰唔高嘛，係咯，咁咪得咯。
哦，係咪咁啊
係啊，你個手要勾住呢度。
？OK，勾住。
攞佢咯，
落唔到啊！
落咯，慢慢落咯。